I'm sorry. I really wish I could help you, but I can't. I can't remember anything about that night. I don't even remember being in the warehouse.
You're up. And you have guests. Popular guy.
Yeah, especially with the Springfield Police Department.
How would you know?
Because I'm one of them.
Detective Ituro and I are investigating the warehouse fire. Turns out it was arson, you know.
Yes, I heard that.
Carmen, should we be congratulating you that your son is alive, or should we be giving you our deepest condolences?
You know what? Why don't we come back later and finish up this little chat?
Sure.
Yes, please do come back.
Thanks.
I hope you do find the person who did this terrible thing to my son.
You know, Carmen, if you have any ideas who could be possible suspects, call us.
Let's go.
I wanted to come in here and be with you. That's all, Daddy, not fend off a police investigation.
Well, these things happen.
Do you know how worried I was about you?
Yes, I do. Michelle told me that you brought a doctor over from China. Thanks. Honey, can you give us a little privacy, please?
Sure.
I need to speak to Carmen alone.
Okay. I'll be outside if you need me, okay?
Before you tell me what's on your mind, I want you to know that I'd do anything for you. You do realize that, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why do you think I brought in Dr. Hong in from halfway around the world?
Yep. And I'm very grateful to you for that.
Oh, thank you. You don't know how wonderful it is to hear that.
That's not the only thing I wanted to say to you.
No?
Mm-mm. No. See, it's very, it's weird. Lying here, I've been getting all these flashbacks about what happened the night the warehouse burned down.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess it means my memory's not shot after all. See, all this, talk with the cops has, made me remember a lot of what happened. Most of it, actually.
How can you tell?
Because I remember getting hit from behind by one of your flunkies who obviously left me there to roast in the fire you set. My mother, the arsonist. I remember going into the warehouse, being hit from behind, and then coming face to face with some idiot who mentioned you by name. He kept telling me to get out of there, that the place was rigged to go up in flames. He knew that there was going to be a fire, and he knew you. Now I realize you probably weren't aware that I was going to be in there when you ordered the place to be torched, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't attempted murder. At least that's what the cops think. And they're obviously on to you. All they need is a little proof, which I can give to them. So, what do you know? Not too long ago, my life was in your hands. Now your life is in mine.
Do you think that I wanted that to happen? Look at me. Look at me. Do you think that I would actually want to have you killed?
Well, maybe you didn't know I was going to be there.
Of course I
But
didn't.
that doesn't change the fact that you had the warehouse torched. So what were you trying to hide? Why don't I call Harley Cooper and your good buddy, Gus Ituro? They'll be here in a few minutes. Can answer their questions if you don't want to answer mine.
Don't do this.
Gus Ituro will be so thrilled to haul you off to jail. You say you love me?
Of course I do. You know I do.
All right. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to turn you over to the police. Instead, I'm going to set you free.
Thank you. Thank you. I knew you loved me. I knew you loved me.
I want you to listen to me. I don't want to fight with you anymore.
So stop.
Well,
I
can't forget everything that you did to Michelle and Robbie.
I would never hurt Robbie.
Right, no.
I love that little boy more than anything.
We lost our first baby because of you. We almost lost Robbie because of you. Do you remember that?
Of course I remember that horrible day. Do you remember when you almost tried to kill me?
Well,
but I have gone on, Danny. I can forgive. I can forget.
I can't. I won't.
Of course
I
you
won't.
can't. That's why you are not calling the police.
I can try to forget. If you do one thing for me.
Anything. Anything.
Walk away. Forget about me. Forget about my family. Let me have the life that I want.
You don't mean this, Danny.
You say you love me? You gotta prove it.
I can't. I can't walk away from you. I just can't.
Okay. All right, well then, let me put this in a way that you'll understand. You have two options. You either say goodbye to me, or I will send you to prison. You know how I feel. If you love me, go.
You know, someday you'll understand. Someday you will want me back in your life. I just hope that when that day comes, it's not too late for us.